What's up, Connect family? Welcome to our Wednesday night Bible study. You guessed it, we are in Proverbs 26, which means we're on our 26th week in this book. We got just a few more to go, and we will be done with wisdom. Hopefully you won't be done with wisdom. Hopefully you've learned some stuff along the way. Wanted to give a couple of announcements. So we put a video out saying that the 26th was our first Sunday back, but just in case you didn't see it, the 26th will be our first back and in-person service, and that 25th, the Saturday before, we have a fishing trip, the Connect group, and we also have our first day of the growth track class. So those will still be on, but continue to pray for those who are sick. We are hearing good reports, so just continue to pray and have faith, and we will be back in service before you know it. Today we're going to be talking about a word. It's kind of a funny word. It's like Slurpee, but sluggard. It's all right. I know you want to say it. Sluggard. It's kind of an annoying word. Some people, I think his brother Josh, he doesn't like the word moist. Some people are funny about words, but this is one word to me that's kind of like, not really a fan. But it's kind of a funny word to say, but it's not such a fun word to be called. So this word pretty much is what it sounds like. It's used to describe someone who is sluggish, lazy, a person who is slow to take any action due to lack of discipline or a lack of initiative. The word pretty much sums up the main theme throughout this entire chapter in Proverbs 26. And one of the main killers of wisdom is usually hurry. But laziness is just as dangerous to living a wise life as being in a hurry. So, hurry kills wisdom because it doesn't allow time to listen. You don't have time to really ask any questions. You don't get all the details. And to understand the complexity of a decision, especially a larger decision, that you need in your life, sometimes you just got to slow down, take a breath, and think about all the options. Being in leadership, if you're a leadership at your job, at your work, if you're one of the leaders at the church or in a church somewhere, you may not be going to our church, but making snap decisions can really cause a lot of damage. And doing things in a fast-paced manner. Y'all know me, I'm boom, boom, boom. I've had to learn the hard way, which is usually how I end up learning. Maybe that's why God teaches me that way, because that's how I learn, and it sticks, is that even though I am energetic and I'm fast and I'm bouncing off the walls, it is wise to slow down my speech. You could see Sunday, I wasn't jumping around everywhere. I was actually sitting on a stool. I took kind of a different approach to the message than I normally do. It was uncomfortable for me to do it, but I'm probably going to do the same thing this coming Sunday, because we have a rare opportunity that you're focused in on the screen. So I don't need to be moving around. I don't need to make the camera guy have extra work to do. And we just need to have a different dynamic than we normally do. And so it was out of my comfort zone, but I felt that's what God wanted me to do, to take more of a teacher approach to this topic, because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be taught that I think gets left out, because people just want to come to church and they want to feel good and they want to say amen. But there's some things that we really need to work on, and we need to slow down and use some wisdom on what we really need to be learning instead of just throwing messages out. So that's what I felt God led me to do, so that's what I'm doing. Also, being lazy kills wisdom because it doesn't put wisdom into action. Laziness is not... It does not have wisdom on the forefront of its mind. Growing in wisdom is like learning a new sport. It's like learning a new language, a new skill set. It takes time and it takes effort. And it takes real commitment to get any good at any of those things. For instance, I know my cousin, the guy that I lived with after I got out of jail, he likes to play golf. My dad, when I was a kid in Missouri, I lived there until I was 12, and we played golf a lot, but I was never good. I just enjoyed being outside and getting to hit something. My dad wasn't that great either, but we really enjoyed the time together. In my adult life, I think maybe I have played golf twice. And it's not that I hate the game. I hate watching it on TV. Like if I want to take a nap, let's turn on some golf. But it's not that great of importance to me to learn golf because I don't have a need for it. I don't do it all the time. So for me to really learn how to play golf, like it would take some serious effort, and I'm kind of a sluggard when it comes to golf. I'm not rushing out there to try to hurry and put in the hours it takes. I golf when it's convenient for me or if I get invited. But I don't own clubs. I don't have a membership to anywhere. To me, just personal, it's a waste of money. That's not me. And I'm not willing to put in the long hours to then feel like I'm getting the return out of the money I would spend to go anyways, or to put in the money that I put into the golf clubs because they're so stinking expensive. Label me a sluggard when it comes to golf. Probably I could become a good golfer. I enjoy sports. I enjoy playing sports, but golf's never been one of those things. But wisdom works the same way. Like if you really want to be wise, first of all, you have to understand that wisdom, the wisdom that comes from God will outlast and outperform any wisdom known to man. And the Bible even says that he uses the foolish to dumbfound the wise. The foolish, God used me to dumbfound the wise. But wisdom, you have to really work on it. It has to be nurtured. It has to be a seed planted in ground that can allow it to grow, to be watered, to be the sun to shine on it. It's very important that it's in the right conditions. So if you're hanging around with people who don't care about wisdom, if you're hanging around people who don't mind being foolish all the time, you will stay foolish. I've said it before. I don't remember where I heard the saying, but it's a well-known saying. You want me to show you your future, show me your friends. Whoever you hang around, if you're the smartest person in the room, if you're the richest person in the room, if you're the wisest person in the room, if you're the most knowledgeable person in the room, you will plateau and cap off because you're nobody's there to pull you up to the next level. Nobody's there to help you to get somewhere. So wisdom is the same way. You got to really put in the effort. You got to seek out wisdom. Don't be closed-minded on this. I look to the council of the church for wisdom, like to shut down for the 2 weeks. Like the council and I decided that. I let them vote on it because I know that I don't have all the wisdom in the world. And there's always going to be someone smarter than me. There's always going to be someone wiser than me. And the Bible expressively over and over again talks about seeking out wisdom of others and counseling each other and helping each other out. So you would be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't try to seek the counsel of other members of the body to help bring you to a new level of understanding. Because you won't always know everything. You won't always have an answer. And that's okay. But God has given us people placed in our lives to help us get the answer that he desires for us to have by seeking their counsel and their wisdom. If we only try to use or try to seek out wisdom when it's convenient or necessary for us, then we will never attain it in the way we really could in our lives. So, as you read through this chapter, if you haven't already, or if you want to finish it up and read at the end of this week, put wisdom into practice in every day of your life. On purpose, seek out someone who is wiser than you. Don't be a sluggard in this, because God has an abundance of gifts that he wants to allow to mature in our hearts and our minds. It's not that he just gives it to certain people, or he gives it just to pastors, or gives it just to board members or members of a certain church. God is overflowing with an abundance of exactly what we need in the time that we need it. And he gives people in our lives, and sometimes he leaves the choice up to us whether to keep or to get rid of those people, because that in itself then produces more wisdom. So, this coming Sunday, I think I've decided we may go into the gifts of the Spirit, but the main focus of Sunday, as of right now, depending on how much material I get, is going to be the fruits of the Spirit. And the whole, like the title of the message is like getting rid of the flesh. Like overcoming the flesh, that's what it is. Overcoming the flesh. And what we can use in the Spirit to do this on a daily basis to help us mature as Christians, to help us get wiser as Christians. And so don't miss this Sunday. Remember, we're online only. This is the last Sunday. And no youth tonight or the next week. We will be back in business on the 26th. I'm praying for y'all. I love y'all. Continue to pray for each other and encourage each other. Shoot somebody a text. If you have their number, one pastor can't talk to everybody. Shoot somebody a text and say, hey, we're praying for you. We miss you. Just checking on your family. Help me out. I need that extra help because I can't always see what other people can. So help me out and let me know how people are doing. Keep me informed. I appreciate that. I love that. So have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you online on YouTube and Facebook this coming Sunday at 10:30. Y'all have a great rest of your week.